Good morning, everybody. Now we're going to work on how to clean a pipe. Now, this is our sink drain in the bathroom. And it's good to have your stuff out of the way, your sleeves, any good watches, that type of thing out of the way. Then, what you need to know is this drain is starting to be plugged. And I'll show you why. You can let water drain and see the water is pooling here versus going straight down like it's supposed to. And then when you turn the water off, see, it takes a little bit of time for it to actually go. So about every 2 to 3 months we have to clean off the from this point down about 6-8 inches. It always gets filled with either hair or food particles, any kinds of gross stuff. So we'll take a look at what do we got today. All right, see this here? And we can see in the drain, that's a whole bunch of junk. So we have to take care of getting that off of there. I use a piece of toilet paper because you can just throw it down the toilet and it'd be done, or you can just put it in the wastebasket. Either way, it's going to be all right. And what you do is you just take your fingers and you're going to run them right straight down. And you're going to try getting all of that goop out of there. And as you can see, we got some pretty disgusting stuff. So it's going to take a little bit just for this part alone. Always have your stuff all set up, ready to go. Makes it go a little quicker, especially if you're short on time for any reason. And so, you can see I'm trying to get all that thick stuff out of there. I want to start with the top here. Make sure we can have a clean spot there as we go down. And see, we got almost all of it off. It's good to have it off all the way. There's going to be some crannies you're not going to be able to get into. But the more you have off, the less often you're going to have to keep doing it. So it's a process. And it is a gross one. I'll be honest, it's a gross job, but a very needful job. Okay, and some of this is soap scum, you know, from washing your hands, those type of things. So we're just going to fine-tune this here a little bit on this end at the top, because as you can see we got quite a bit at the bottom. And as you can see, we got most everything out. And at this time, you do not want to run water down this drain. It's best not to, because you're going to force all that stuff right down and you can end up with a clog in your trap. Okay, now we can get this bottom end. If you can see, this stuff is kind of on the thick side. That's just normal bathroom crud. And just imagine that's what your inside of your pipes look like, especially if you have metal pipes. The old-fashioned metal pipes got filled with crud quite easily, and you have to scrub them out quite often. The plastic pipes work, the PVC pipes work better. Okay, you can see I got all of that out of there. See, it looks really good. So we can set that there for now. Now the really gruesome work is coming up. we have got to stick our hands down this pipe. And it's a tight pipe. And you pull that up. Now look at that. See? And a nice little snot ball at the bottom. Lord only knows what that is. Sometimes it's best not to know. You just know you got to get it out of there. Sometimes that's the absolute best. You just go down as far as your finger can go. And we try to wipe this pipe clean as well. Again, you're not going to get everything, but you're going to get the majority of it. Okay. See, we almost got it clean. Got little outlays here on the sides. We're going to try getting them all out. That's where a lot of stuff likes to hide. So we will run our hand down there one last time. So again, as I say, you're not going to get it all. You want to get 99% of it out. And see, we did. You got just a very minimal amount now. Okay. Now, the next thing you have to do is use your pipe snake. Now there's lots of different kinds. This is a flexible plastic one, and it's used for these little quick procedures. They have, you can rent them or you can own them, coiled snakes. And they have all the different kinds of attachments on the snakes for retrieving things and stuff. But for this purpose, we don't need it. Now, if we had a heavy clog way down the pipe, then you would have to use it. But for this, we just go straight down. You get down into that trap, and then you pull it back up. See if we pull anything out. Not really. So now, if we go on the other side, and ta-da, nothing really. So all we do now is we're going to wipe off this snake. We'll wash it here momentarily. Now we can run water down this drain because we got all the worst of it out of there. And as I say, it's very important to keep things clean and sanitary. You do not want to get sick from this kind of thing. And now let's wash our hands real good. And then we'll take the soap from our hands, put it on here. The best way to do it. Otherwise, it's very hard to get soap on your flexible pipe. Now, before we do a final wash of our hands, see how the water's going right down. Much improved. Okay, now I'm going to wash my hands real good, because then we're going to set up for the pipe enema. Now, the pipe enema is very useful to get deep down clogs. I don't believe we have a deep down clog, but I have no proof. It could be there, and I just don't see it, or we can't retrieve it with the snake. So about once or twice a year, I do the pipe enema, and that consists of baking soda, and you just pour that baking soda down the hole. I try to fill it up pretty good here. We'll put just a little more in. There we go. Now, we got the baking soda. Then the next thing you do is you put vinegar. Vinegar acts as the catalyst to make a chemical change that will make this powder foam. See that? It makes a tremendous good foam. That foam works as a chemical additive to clean the pipe. And you can see, wow, it went way down. But we still need to let it soak there. We need to let it soak there for a good half hour. And then after it's done soaking for the half an hour, then you take water from a different source in the house, run it as hot as you can get it, and then you bring in about a gallon's worth of water and you flush the pipe. And that will take and flush it all the way through the system, down to the sewer system. So that will clean this up. Now this can work on a bathtub, a kitchen sink. If you have two sinks in one, where one sink drains into the secondary sink, you have to put the stopper in one, the one that's not the direct line. Because if you don't, then the pipe snake will not work in the proper way. It will force it up to the least resistance and go right up into your alternate sink. So you don't want that. You want it focused on the main portal of the drain. So ours is in there. It's looking real good. Now we'll put our watch back on. And about 12:15 we'll be able to take that and flush it with water. That's all you have left to do. So that's how you take care of dirty sink drains. And we'll put the stopper back in once the flush is done. So anyway, you have a good day and we'll talk to you later. Bye now.